Question. A project manager is analyzing project performance using earned value management. The calculation revealed a scheduled performance index SPI of 0.85 and a CPI, that's cost performance index, of $1.15. What is the correct interpretation of this project status? You can pause the video and guess the right answer. And if you closely look at the values, what does this signify? And if you realize the value of 1, as I discussed earlier, both CPI and SPI, if the value is greater than 1, then it signifies that the project is efficient and it's in a healthy status. And if you look at the values over here, it's 0.85, which means this project is behind the schedule. And since the CPI is greater than 1, it's doing good and it should be under budget. So looking at the option, you can easily guess the right answer here. In this case, it's option D. If you look at the interpretation over here, all these values are incorrect with this interpretation based on the given values. So hence you can eliminate all these three and then you can go with option D easily. If you're finding this video helpful, please subscribe and also share it with other PMP aspirants. And your support definitely helps me to create such valuable PMP content. Thank you. PMP drag and drop question. You can match each of the options based on the definitions given below. Let's look at one by one definition. Definition 1. Measure of an agile team's rate of progress calculated by summing the story points referred estimates associated with user stories completed successfully in a single iteration. This is speaking about agile project, and this is nothing but velocity. Second, the project team decides to add an extra validation feature to a software module that was not requested by the client or documented in the scope baseline. In this option, it is nothing but gold plating. 3. In project schedule management, what term is defined as the amount of time a successor activity will be delayed or pushed back relative to a predecessor activity? This is nothing but lag. In the last definition, component of the project is specifically set aside to address unknown unknowns and is not included within the project's performance measurement baseline. And that's nothing but management reserve. Question. A hybrid project team is delivering a new enterprise software solution. During the middle of a sprint, a key stakeholder approaches a team member directly and requests a minor modification to a feature's user interface, claiming it is critical for user adoption. The team member is unsure how to handle the request. According to the PMP mindset and standard project governance, which of the following actions should the project manager not advise the team member to do? You can look at the options below, pause the video and guess the right option. Remember, the ask is not advise the team member to do. If you look at other options, direct the stakeholder to formalize the request to product owner for prioritization in the product backlog. This is something which can be advised to the team member. So, as per the question's intent, you can eliminate option A. And politely inform stakeholder that direct changes during active sprint bypass established change management protocols. This is also something which can be advised to team member. So you can eliminate option C and you are left with option B and D. Escalating the communication gap to the project manager so that stakeholder alignment can be addressed at the project level. So this also can be done because team member can talk to or escalate this to project manager. So this also could be a possible suggestion for a team member to do. So you're left with only option B because you cannot accept the request and immediately implement the modification. So the intent and the ask is not. So hence B is the right option in this scenario. Question. A project manager is leading a complex multi-phase infrastructure project. During the execution phase of the third phase, A critical regulatory body introduces a mandatory new compliance standard that will impact the project's deliverables. Recognizing the urgency, the project manager immediately evaluates the impact of this change on the project schedule, cost, and scope baseline, and documents the findings in the change log. What should the project manager do next? You can see the options below, pause the video, and guess the right option. Let's go with one by one. Update the project management plan and baselines to incorporate the new compliance standard. So this is definitely not the next step. It can be done only after the approval. So you can eliminate option D. Present the evaluation results to the key stakeholders to gain alignment before formal submission. We cannot directly do this as an ethical project manager. You have to go via a formal change process. So you can eliminate option C as well. So issue a formal change request to project sponsor to request additional management reserves. This looks like a trap because the scenario doesn't mention anywhere about management reserves or any additional funding. So we can easily eliminate option B, and hence we are left with option A, because after evaluating and updating the change log, the next step would be definitely submitting a formal change request to CCB. Hence, A is the right next step in this scenario. Question. A project manager is overseeing a multi-million dollar construction project. A major subcontractor disagrees with the formal claim regarding scope changes and demands immediate additional compensation. The project manager attempts to resolve the dispute through direct one-on-one negotiations over several sessions. But negotiations have completely stalled. What should the project manager do next? And remember, the intent and the ask of the question is next, which is checking the next logical sequence based on your understanding in this scenario. Pause the video and guess the right option. Now let's analyze each option. If you look at this option B, issue a formal notice of contract termination due to non-performance and seek a new vendor. And if you look at this option closely, this is related to a claim, not about vendor performance. And this looks to be a classic trap, and hence you can eliminate the option B. File a formal lawsuit in court to have a judge legally resolve to claim dispute. This is definitely not the next step, so you can also eliminate option C. Escalate the issue to the project sponsor and request they take over the vendor relationship. So first, project manager has to resolve the vendor relationship. So this is also not the next immediate step. So in this case, the option is A, which is immediate next step. We have something called as alternative dispute resolution clause to initiate mediation or arbitration. When project manager is unable to resolve the dispute, the next and immediate step is it has to go through ADR, that's alternative dispute resolution. Hence, A is the next best and immediate step in this scenario. If you are enjoying this question series, please don't forget to subscribe and share it with your friends or PMP aspirants. Thank you all. See you in the next set of challenging questions.